Okay, we find ourselves, excuse me, on page Taf Resh, Pei Daat. And, or maybe I'm in the wrong place. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. Where is my mark? Here it is. Here it is. Okay, wow. Wasting time here. So we're talking about Mispashtin Aslan the Basav is Kalul Bezer Anpin. So just this, let me say for myself, I'm a little confused about this Hispashtis. We talked before about the hairs on the back of the head of Erich Anpin, and we got the idea that they're very, very fine in such a way that they're not completely recognizable, but that they touch in some way the hair of Zair Anpin, and as a result, the mochin, which are developed by this concept of Yud, K, and Vav, from the very depths of Erich Anpin, somehow it gets from this inside of the head of Zair Anpin, rises through the hairs, and goes down. But at the same time, you have from the Mochas Timor a generation of light that's coming through the beard of Erich Anpin. And so I don't know which one is which or how exactly they work, but that's a little bit of what we're talking about. So I think we're on number bet, and let's see, we have like little time, so we'll read number bet. There's not a lot of arichas down below that I'm interested in, and it says Rei Ba'or Yakor. Shabir Kan Vizel Shono Mispashtim As V'Lavasa. So that the mochin, that the letters, these letters Yud, K, and Vav, which represents the very beginning of the trickle, let's say, so to speak, of these letters Yud, K, and Vav. Pirushine Osius Yud, K, Vav came B'Keser, so Erich Anpin, they're in the Keser, that's where they start. Miyusadim al Sod Chachmah Bina B'das, and I'm not sure exactly the metaphor, but we call them, they're based on the concept of Chabad. Hamushmashim B'Keser Elyon, that have a root there. This is where they start to appear. Besod Tikuni HaKeser V'Shlosha Bechinos Eila, that is that the Keser is, I guess, put together from these three. The Hainu Shorish and Anhaga Lamala Acher Kach Mispashtim B'Zer Anpin, so that the root of the way that things work, Lanhaga Lamala, that is these three mochin, which appear for the first time, they appear there. Acher Kach Mispashtim, and that they spread after that, B'Zer Anpin B'Sod Golgolta, into his skull, or in his skull, they're in his skull. The Hainu Chachmah B'Bina Das, Heim Sod Yud, K, Vav, he wants to say it like that. Shalosha B'Mochin D'Reisha the Zair Anpin, which are going to be the three mochin that are going to appear in Zair Anpin, Adkan. They have a root in Erich Anpin. For Yaakov Bechemshech Sham Garis Khan, he reads like this: Ish the Kaladu B'Zair the Anpin. They become incorporated into Zair Anpin, and Mavar the Hainu Sod his Kalados Gimel Mochim, and this is the secret of the incorporation of these three mochin, Chachmah Bina Das, Zeh B'Zeh, Shehu Rak B'Zair Anpin, V'lo B'Erich Anpin, so that this concept of Chachmah Bina Das has an origin there, but actually the mochin themselves only appear in Zair Anpin. I think that's what he's saying. V'Zel L'Shono Sham, and this is what he writes over there. V'Hina Osius Yud K Vav Heim B'Hiyosim B'Keser Einem Kolulos. But when they're in Keser, they're not incorporated into the Keser. So he wants to make this incorporation idea significant. Ela Nachos B'Dekusam, but in their very tiny physical state, they go down. She'ein Sarg Sham L'Klalos, because they're becoming incorporated there. This is just like is not. So you have a question: is what does klalos mean here? But at any rate, he says she'ein sarg sham klalos b'fnei shesod the rachamim pshutim, because they're in the secret of this ultimate rachmanis, which is found in Keser. B'chayev hashiluach l'chispashtos ve'ein sarg klalos. So then, what it means is that since this is all sweetness, all rachamim, So therefore, it causes them, it's necessary for them to leave that place, for ein sar klalos, and they don't have to stay there, because everything is only one. You don't have two things coming together, it's all one aspect. So Rebbe had to pull out, I'm going over time a little bit, but I'm going to finish it. Now, when they come down into Zair Anpin, Alfida b'mocha de Zair Anpin, and even they come to the highest level of Zair Anpin, Sham techidas smichas adinim b'dakus gadol. There you start to see some contraction already, which is called dinim. So he said, in other words, there's some negativity in them. They're becoming squeezed down a little bit more physical. Sham is b'chanach the shlosha, so therefore they're going to be divided into three. And now you have this interesting idea. He says that in every nuda they're divided into three, and each one of the three is going to have three inside of it. That's what it means, the phrase, which is part of the original phrase up here that's coming for the SIFRA Niyota. Mispashtim asvon, then you see that the letters spread. And now as they're spread, and then they become a part of Zair Anpin, so that is independent part of Zair Anpin. The Tevuna also has Chachmah Tevuna V'das. And the Das has all three of them as well. Bina should call Echad Machanekudas Kalulam Mishloshim, that each one of them has all three of them in there. Now, I'm not sure exactly what we get out of that, but we'll learn it later on in more depth.